Happy Tuesday. Welcome, crafters. Let's see. Let me just get everything set up here. So, happy Tuesday. How are you today? I hope you are doing well. I have a fun interactive card. It's called a infinity card. Hi Donna, hi Deb, happy Tuesday you guys. Thank you for joining me tonight. So it's a fun card. I did this style of card probably about 5 years ago. I was looking up to see the last time I did this card, and I couldn't remember if it was complicated, but it's not complicated at all. It's pretty simple. So I'm excited to share that with you guys tonight. So it's got a lot of pieces, a lot of different sizes. So I'll share all that in the comments of the description, video description. So if you guys want to recreate it, like I said, it's pretty easy. It's mostly just piecing everything together, and it's super fun to give to anybody really, but I think kids especially would love to get this card. I remember when I made my first one, I gave the prototype that I had to my son, my youngest, and he would not stop playing with it. He just loved it. So we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna do that card today, and I'm using the Hey Chuck stamp set. So I'm a huge chicken fan, if you guys don't know that about me. And that was one of my must. I had to have that set. Of course, we couldn't pre-order it, so the minute the catalog went live, I ordered that. And it's a pretty cool set. I've got a lot of chicken sets from Stampin' Up, so that'll just add to my collection. So we're gonna go ahead and I'm gonna turn you guys down. There's not a real lot to talk about happening at Stampin' Up other than the new catalog, which is a big deal. I mean, that was just released a couple weeks ago. So if you guys do want a catalog, just let me know. I would be more than happy to get you one out. All my catalogs have been mailed weeks ago to all my current customers, and I've reached out to most of them and they have received it. Before I turn you down, I just wanted to let you guys know I'm closing out 2 parties this week. And I wanted to tell you guys, if you're ever thinking about having a party, but you're like, oh, I don't want to have a party. It's too complicated. It's too much. It's whatever. The one person who reached out to me, she asked how to do a party. How could she do it? She didn't want to have a Facebook party. She didn't want to be too interactive with it or anything. She just wanted to hand or tell all of her people, her friends, her family that, hey, I'm having a party. Here's the link, shop on it, and, you know, go from there. So I said, yeah, it's super easy. I could do a Facebook party. I could just give you the link. So we just ended up giving her the link, and we've been communicating back and forth via email. And she's at, right now, just about $125 in credit that she can pick out through the Stampin' Up current clearance stuff that she did nothing for. She just asked me, hey, can I have a party? And I mean, and I really did nothing for it either, other than just keeping track of her party and sending her updates and stuff. And so she's up to just about $125 in free products that she can get. Plus, she has earned one item of 50% off in the catalog. There are a couple of exceptions to that you can't get, but that's amazing. So she was just, she could not even believe that happened. She figured she would get an order or 2, but she got a lot of small orders. So she had, I think, 10 people so far have ordered from her, and a couple of orders were a little bit bigger, but most of them were around 50 or under. She might have had 12 orders, I don't know, but it's amazing. You guys would be surprised if you just had a party and just seen what would happen. And if nobody orders, nobody orders. You're not out anything. So, but I wanted to tell you guys about that. And there's no specials or anything going on right now. I know a lot of people will like to have a party during celebration and earn free products, but there's nothing really special going on other than the new catalog, which I think that's what helped her with all these orders, is a lot of people wanted some new products in their hand. So you never know what would happen just by having a party. And like I said, it doesn't cost you anything. All it does is takes a little bit of your time to message me and say, hey, can I have a party? And when you do have a party, I will also, thank you, Donna. I would also get you guys, everybody who orders from you will get a gift from me. And then my host who reaches out to have the party, she will get a little gift from me too. So it's a win-win. So if you guys were thinking of having a party, but you're kind of nervous about it, just reach out to me. I have no problem explaining things, and I can be as involved and active as you want, or I can be like a little birdie on a treetop and just be whistling off to the side and not saying anything while you guys are reaping all your benefits. So, but anyways, let's turn you guys down. I wanted to, because once I get crafting, I'm gonna forget to tell you guys that stuff. So I think I need to flip you guys up. So yeah, so having a party is really, really easy to do. So let me show you guys. Ooh, let me not make you guys seasick. Let me show you guys. Hey Chuck, isn't that cute? Look at how cute. So parties are so easy, and you could even you know, I do everything online. I'm not one to go in your home and host a party or anything. I want to keep my business strictly online, and it's super easy to have that. You could even gather all your friends together one night and, you know, have a party that way. So it's really, really easy to have a party. It really is. So this is the set. I'm in love with this set. It is so cute. Deb, you have not gotten this one yet? I would have pegged you to have picked this one up in one of your first orders, because she's a chicken chick too. So, but yeah, I love this set, and it has dies. It comes with dies, you guys. So I'll show you all the dies. I cut out all the dies. So you have dies that'll cut out all the chickens, and then the skateboard and the cake, and then you have and the fence, and then you have these two dies. So let me show you guys those dies. I cut them all out. Donna, it's so cute. I mean, if you like chickens, you gotta have it. Plus, it pairs good with the other chicken sets that have come out over the last couple of years. So I stamped out all the images so you guys could see them. And then here's the die with the sun coming up. See, that would be cute over the fence, I think. If you put the fence there, that would be super cute. I haven't really played with it too much, but it'll cut out everything. I cut out two of these suns because I put them together and I'm like, oh, that would be cute. You could put them together to have a big sun on one of your projects. So super cute set with awesome dies. And like I said, the dies all cut out the different chickens. So I had to show you guys that. Let me set those aside. Now let me pull in the card. That's probably what you guys are wanting to see. Like, come on, you said something about an interactive card, and where is it? So I didn't color the chickens and stuff on this card. I didn't color anything, but here's the card, and I'm gonna go over the paper that I use. So I did use Blueberry Bushel as my card base. So you guys ready? So then you're gonna do this. Now I screwed this one up. This was we're gonna do ours a little differently. I put the two DSPs in here. I mean, I didn't really screw it up. You could do it whichever way you wanted, but I put the two DSPs in there. But the card we're gonna make tonight, I'm gonna put 2 pieces of white in here, and we're gonna stamp on that. And then You rule the roost. And then, oh, I did start coloring this one. So I started coloring it, but I didn't have enough time. I love that. You've got something to crow about. So what an awesome little birthday card. And I used almost all of the stamps in this set except for, on this card, I didn't use them all. But on the next card, I used every single stamp except for the skateboard. So isn't that fun? So fun. So I love this card. The only thing with the card is there's not any room on here to, I could do this all day, you guys. You guys are like, stop it. There isn't any room on here to sign your name, but you could put a little slip of paper in or something. Like I said, I think this is adorable to give to kids. I think kids would love to get a birthday card like this because they don't, a lot of times kids don't really care about the cards. But when you have a fun interactive card or one with stickers or something like that, then the kids are like, oh, that's so cool. So I'm going to show you guys how we make this. It's really easy to make. But you gotta, there's a lot of steps to it. So you're going to need a piece of cardstock, whatever color you want. And you're going to cut it our normal A2 size. So 8.5, no, not 8.5. Is it 8.5? No, what am I talking about? Yeah, 8.5. Wow. 8.5 by 5.5. So you're going to need a piece 8.5 by 5.5, like we do our normal Donna. Right? I know, it's so much fun. So you're going to take this cardstock, and what we're going to do is we're going to cut it right in half at 4 1/4. So you're going to cut it on the 8.5 inch side. So just cut it right in half at 4 1/4. So you're going to have two pieces, which you're going to need both these pieces for the card. So they are cut 5.5 by 4 1/4. So I got to leave this out. So we're going to do some scoring and cutting with these. So let me see here. It's very easy. So you're going to take one piece and you're going to turn it to the 5.5 inch side. Move your cutting blade out. We're going to score first. So the one that's on the 5.5 inch side, you're going to score 1 3/8 on each end. So the 3/8, 1, 2, 3. And then you're going to flip it and you're going to score it at 1 3/8 again. And then you're going to flip this piece to the 4 1/4 side, and you're going to cut it down at 2 1/8. 2 1/8. It's right there. So you're cutting it right down the middle. So we're going to set that aside. We're going to bring in this other piece here. Hi, Amy. Welcome. I just, I'll show you the card. We're making an infinity card tonight. So here's the card. Super fun. So that's what we're making. So then the second piece here that we have, this one you're going to score on the 4 1/4 inch side, and you're going to score it at 1 1/16. So that's just the little line right after the 1. So I'm going to score it here. You're going to flip it, and I'm using this side of my trimmer. 1 1/16. And then you're going to flip it to the 5 1/4 side, and we're going to cut that in half again at 2 3/4. So now you have your 4 pieces here, and we're going to put them back together just like this. So you have the same pieces here. So what you're going to do is on this piece here that we scored, oh, what was this one? This one was the 5 1/2 inch side that we cut right down the middle. That was the one where we scored 1 3/8 on each side. That's the piece you're going to start with. And you're going to turn it so that it is facing you. The 5 1/2 side is facing you this way. Landslide. You know what I'm trying to say. Somebody help me out there. So it's not portrait, but it's not landslide. I want to say landslide. I keep wanting to say that. So you're going to take this one. So the these little pieces where your score line is, you can, I don't know if you guys can see that. I think you can see it on the camera. Yeah. Portrait. Thank you. Thank you. My goodness. What's the other one? Portrait and landslide. Not landslide. What is it called? Landscape. That's what I was looking for. I just kept wanting to say landslide. It's a landslide over here. So portrait side. And then I found the easiest, because you want something that's strong. So I did try the liquid glue. That worked all right, but you got to have time to let it dry. So your tear and tape's going to be the best. So you don't want to take your tear and tape and put it right on the fold. You want to pull it back a little. And you're going to put 2 strips in the top corner there. 2 strips in the top corner over here. Don't go, like I said, right to the edge. Just go close to the edge, but you could use the Stampin' Seal too. That's a strong one. And then at the bottom here, you're going to do the same thing. So it'll look like this. And then you have your other piece here, which we're going to bring in a minute. And then you're going to take your, I find to do just one side first, not to take all the pieces off at once. So you're going to just take off. You guys still there? Uh-oh. Yeah. Okay. Looked like you disappeared for a minute. So just the one side to begin with. Then you're going to bring in one of these pieces and you're going to line it up. So I find that if you lift it, just make sure those edges are the same. So they're the same at the top and they're the same at the side. So once you have them that way, just go ahead and press down. And then you're going to do the same thing for this bottom one. Just make sure that they are lined up exactly. Perfect. Right there. All right. And then press down the corner. And then we're going to repeat that process on this side over here. I love the Take a Pic tool because it comes in so handy. All right, so we're going to do the exact same thing on this side. And don't press it down until you know it's good. So that's good there. And you're going to do the same thing here. Just make sure those 2 corners line up. So there's your card. So now what we're going to do is we're going to just make sure it folds. So just flip it open and get your bone folder. This is important to have your bone folder in there. Just give those lines a good crease because that's what's going to make the card move. And then, oh good, you guys are still here. Then you're going to do the same thing, bend those score lines, bend those score lines. Give it a good crease, your bone folder. And then you kind of just, you can work it a little bit before you put it together. Now, sometimes your card may stick. This one kind of, it did stick a little bit. Where was that? I don't know if it's right in here, but over the 100 times that I kept moving it, it actually is not sticking now. But if you guys had, I have a little sander, a little crafting sander. You could use one of those if you find that the card is sticking at some point. Just kind of sand those areas down a little bit. But I found that over time, even if it's sticking a little, it won't. So this one's really good. This one's not sticking anywhere. So now let's go ahead and start decorating. So see how easy that is? Yes, it is simple. It's really simple, Deb. You got it. Really simple. It's simple. Trust me, you guys. So what we're going to do is, let me bring in, so you're going to need, for your stamped out pieces, I have 8 pieces of basic white. And these are cut, let me see, I have my little cheat sheet over here because there's a lot of measurements here. You have 8 of basic white shapes. They're all cut the same, 2.5 by 1 7/8. So these are going to be what you're going to do your stamping on. So let's do our stamping first. You're going to have 2 of them, or 4 of them, I should say, that will be landscape, and 4 that will go portrait. So let's bring in our Hey Chuck. All right. So I'm going to stamp everything out in Memento so I can color it with our Stampin' blends. I like that, Deb. I seen your message right before I went live, and I'm like, oh shoot, I can't message her because she had asked me what I was doing or if it was going to be the same thing, and she just said, this sure isn't going to be the one that I am doing in her live. She does her lives on Thursdays. All right, so I'm going to take the chicken with the shorts there, and he's going to be in the portrait mode. And we're going to just ink that up and just stamp him down. So all these chickens fit nicely on these pieces of basic white. One of these days, I'm telling you guys, it's really easy. Just rewatch the video. You got it. I have faith in you guys. You guys are skilled crafters that are watching me. And then I'm going to take It's Your Birthday. And I'm going to kind of angle that. And I have my simple chamois. I'll put that over here. And then I'm going to do the little birthday cake on there. I love that cake. It's so cute. And then that's going to go in the middle there. So these two will be the front, on the front of the card. So I'm going to set them aside. And then let's do we'll do the other chicken. The two, I guess they're skinnier in here. These two fit great on portrait mode. So we'll get him in here. I'll stamp him. These are fun to color too. I mean, you can go crazy with the different colors. Donna. You guys got it. It's really easy. All right, and then what did I stamp on that one? Oh, You Rule the Roost. So then I'm going to take this one here, and I'm just going to use the same block. And You Rule the Roost. And I kind of angled this one because obviously it won't fit straight like that. So that's going to go with this guy. And I love this. I love that you can use just about all the stamps in the stamp set. I mean, I probably could have found a place for the skateboard. So I probably technically could have used all of the stamps. So then I've got this guy here. And I'm going to, he's going to go landscape, not landslide. I think he fits on here. Or his head pops off a little. Yeah, not bad. You can kind of twist him a little and you might be able to get most of them on there when you twist them. But still, most of them's on there. I love that one. And then with this one, I did the fence because I just wanted to use all the stamps in this set. So I did the fence here. And then the rise and shine. Let me see. See how, wouldn't that look cute over that fence? So I'm going to make a card with that at some point. So then I did rise and shine on that one. And then this one here, we'll get our last chicken stamped. You guys are funny. And then of course this one is the crowing one. I love the crowing one. So he's gonna go landslide or landscape. Jeez, landscape. And then of course him, he's got to have the you've got something to crow about. Because, you know, he's the one crowing. So this one I just kind of stamped. And then on these two, I think it's these two, I also stamped out on my next, on the card, I'm not on this one, but on, not on the one that I made previous, I forgot. But I took the birthday cake and stamped that on there too. Just because that birthday cake is so darn cute. So that's it for the stamping. It's a lot of stamping, but it went quick. I love when you guys mess with me. It makes the live that much more interesting. So that's it. That's all we're doing for our stamping. And now we're just going to assemble the card. So I'm not going to bore you guys with coloring these guys. I have actually already colored them all. So here's my colored pieces. Because it took a while to color them. So I'm not going to bore you guys with that. But I will show you. I'll show you guys all the colors I used. Let me bring them all in. I mean, I use a ton of Stampin' Blend. So you can see the array of colors I used on this. Go ahead and get creative with your coloring. I actually just heard that song there just yesterday when I was in this going to the store. Maybe that's why Landslide stuck in my head. So yeah, so go ahead, get creative with your coloring of the chickens. I mean, I just went and, like I said, I was just pulling colors everywhere. I will list all these colors in the video. But let's go ahead and bring in our card base now. Now you're also going to need, if you want to cover everything, designer series paper. So I have this all cut, but I want to show you guys, first off, let's show you guys the Rooster set in the new the May 2023 through April 2024 catalog. It just was released a couple weeks ago. It's on page 49. And there is that cute, adorable set. And you can see the different, I love the catalogs because of the ideas that you have in here. So you can see the different ideas that they've done with this set in the catalog here. So I think I need more markers too. I don't have enough. Stampin' blends, I love them all. And then the paper that we're going to use, where is that paper? Where did I put it? Right here. So this goes with, I have it highlighted right here. Whoops, wrong page. This goes with, same catalog, 2023, 2024, the Let's Go Fishing Suite. So this was another one that I had to have. I just needed this one so bad. I love to go fishing. I'm huge into fishing. I always used to go with my dad, and now, you know, me and the kids and the hubby, we go all the time. I love fishing. So I needed this one. And there's the paper with this set. So if you buy the whole suite, you would get the paper, the, what are you getting here? The paper, the twisted rope embossing folder, and then the stamp set and the dies. So that's what you would get. So you can see right here what the embossing folder looks like. So I'm using the paper. I'll show you the paper because the paper is awesome. Can never have enough markers, just like you can never have enough paper, right? So this is, let's see, I got a bunch of little pieces here. Let me get those out before they fall all over the place. This is called Let's Go Fishing 12 by 12. And the coordinating colors are Boho Blue, Calypso Coral, Misty Moonlight, Mossy Meadow, Pebbled Path, Pecan Pie, Petal Pink, and Very Vanilla, and then Wild Wheat. So there's a lot of coordinating colors with this paper. So let me show you guys. So that's the fish paper there. Love those fish. And I think I haven't played with the stamp set or the dies. Oh, it did? Awesome. Deb said her bundle came today. Amy's shopping while I'm crafting. So I don't know. I haven't played with it, but I'm thinking the dies will cut out some of these fish because that's what Stampin' Up! Has been doing with their papers. They've been coordinating it. So there's the fish, and then this is the paper that I'm using on the card, the back side of the fish. And then you have the flies right here, and then this side of the paper is the, I almost used this, but I thought with the netting paper I was using that it just wouldn't look as well. And then you have the colorful flies. So there's those, and then that pattern. So you have a bunch of neutral patterns, which would be great for masculine cards if you needed. So if you weren't into fishing and didn't like the fishing aspect of it, the paper's still great. So here's like a water type, and then this one's like a map. So like I said, you have the options of either using the fishing side paper or the other side. So here's some fly poles, and then this is the side that I thought it almost looked like chicken fencing, chicken wire. So I said, well, that would be a good one to use with this card. And then some more fish. And then that pretty blue, like, boards on there. So this paper's really pretty. Even if you're not, like, into fishing, like I said, there's a lot of masculine elements to it. So it would be great to have on hand if you need to make those, you know, masculine cards. Because we all have to make them for people. So I'm not going to try to get that paper back in that plastic because that's going to be impossible. So now I'm going to show you guys, you're going to need the designer series paper. I took, and these pieces here are going to go on the corners. So you can see there's little pieces here. There's actually 8. So you're going to need 8 of the same size. This is cut 1 1/4 by 7/8. So you're going to need 8 of those. And then the other DSP, you're going to need 4 pieces, which are cut at, what are these cut at? 3 no, 1 1/4 by 2. And then these are cut 3 1/4 by 2 1/2. So I'm going to put all of these measurements in the video. I just didn't have time before I got on here, but I will go back and put all of that information in there. So let's go ahead and let's get this card put together. It's pretty simple. It goes together pretty easy. I'm just trying to, okay. I'm trying to see where I started first on my card. So I'm going to start with the, not this side, not that side, this side here. So I have these two skinny panels here. That's going to get this designer series paper. This is the 3 1/4 by 2 1/2. So I'm going to use my liquid glue on this because I think that'll go the quickest. So, and don't forget, guys, if you are shopping with me, please use my current host code. It is tagged at the top of the chat. I am so close to getting another tier with this host code. What these host codes do as a demonstrator for us is it gives us the ability to earn free products when you guys place an order. So if your order is under $150, you always want to use your demonstrator's host code that they have going, because it helps them so much. And it gets us to earn free products, which we can then turn around and give to you guys. That's how I do a lot of my giveaways and stuff, is when I earn the free products through my parties. So when I tell you guys about having a party, I have my own party every month. I open up my own host code, and most demonstrators will do this. And we just have a running host code. Some have multiples, some have, you know, just one a month. It just depends on what they have going on. Some are linked to different things, like some demos will run specials, or some will just be like, shop with me, use the host code, and that's it. So I don't have anything linked with this current host code, but I will be giving you guys something whenever you order. I always do. So there's our front panel of our card, which is going to be the portrait side. And then I'm going to bring in the, which one am I going to do? The little chicken with that, and then it's your birthday. Because I figured that's the first part of the card that they're going to see, being that it's their birthday. So I'm going to take and just use my liquid glue again. You can use whatever glue you want. I just found that it's the quickest. I love the liquid glue. I think we all on here are pretty much fans of the liquid glue. So I think they're much better colored than they are the black and white. But you could also give them away stamped like that so people could color them themselves if they wanted to. So there's the front page there. And then what you're going to do is you're going to open this up, and it's going to be turned on its side. So now we're going to need the landscape pieces. So let's see. We'll do the, you've got something to crow about. And then your other pieces, the DSP that was cut, what were these cut at? These were cut at 1 1/4 by 2, the 4 of them. These are going to go on the side, so we're going to just do that. It goes together really easy, you know, and it really is. Once you guys get the hang of it, because when I did the video a couple years, well, 5 years ago or whatever, I had watched a couple of videos on how to make these, and it took me a little bit to say, oh, okay, I got it. But once you get it, you got it. So again, I just think that looks like chicken fencing, chicken wire. The landslide, yep. I always like to use my tweezers. They're so helpful. Stampin' Up! Does have tweezers with the embossing additions kit. There are tweezers with that. They're great, but I love fine tip tweezers, and the ones from Stampin' Up! Just aren't fine enough, but I do use them. So there's that side of the card. So then they're going to open it this way. Now we're going to need, did I screw up? I might have screwed up. I might have, did I? No, I did not. Okay, don't listen to me. Pay no attention to me. I did not screw up. So this piece here, you're going to have the 4 corners right here, right? So they're going to get these little pieces. This is what I did with the first card, and that's why I have the double DSP there. So you could do either way. So on this one, you can see when you open it here, I've got the double DSP there, or I've got the DSP there. But then when you open the last element, I'm going to do 2 pieces of white here with stamping. But on this one, I did the DSP. So it doesn't really matter what you want to do, how you want to design it. These will go right in this corner. I don't know what tweezers these are. I don't even know where I got them. I think one of my team members who used to be on my team, I think she gave them to me. They're really nice. I like them. And then right here, we're going to do these guys. And then our last panel, you have these 4 pieces here, which will get these designer pieces, the remaining 4. This paper would look good in the fall too. I'm envisioning fall elements with this particular DSP piece right here. Bright red apple on it. I think that would look super good. And then of course the last little piece. There. So that's the last of it. So then it should go right back to the beginning. So see how easy that was, you guys? It's super easy. I have complete faith in you guys. You can do it. So this is the one that's colored now. Isn't that cute? Now I would not, oh, did I do that upside down? Oh, crud. I did do that upside down. That's all right. There's really no wrong way. Let's see. Oh, I guess there is a wrong way. So I did that upside down. So these should have been flipped around. And I don't think I can do it now, can I? Nope. So They'll just have to spin it that way. They'll have to put another spin in their card. Because if it wasn't upside down, it would come back the right way. So there's the card. Isn't that fun? I'm going to pretend it is perfect. Of course, you know how it is on lives. You never get anything perfect on the lives. But I don't care. The point is to show you guys how to make it. So you guys can screw up your own cards, or you can make them perfectly. Whatever you want to do. But you have the directions on how to do it if you want to screw them up. So that's the infinity card, I guess they call it. Yeah, it does. It reminds me of that, the puzzle boxes. Yeah, it's you know, super fun. So you guys can make them. They're real easy to do. And like I said, who wouldn't love to get a card like this in the mail, right? I could do this all night. See, now that was the right way. Maybe it is the right, I don't know. I think I'm stressing out over it. So anyways, that's the card, the infinity card. Let me pull you guys back up. It is more fun to mess with. It really is. I know I'm probably, yep, I am upside down. Yeah, it is a lot of fun to mess with. And little kids aren't gonna, they're gonna be like, oh my gosh, you made it upside down. You're so not talented. They're not even gonna care, you know. So, and that's who, well, I mean, I guess you could give it to adults, but that's who mostly probably will be the recipient of, will be little kids, and they're not going to care. They're going to play with it all the time. So, but yeah, that was the infinity card. That is the Hey Chuck set. Get that set. It's super cute. Especially if you love chickens. Even if you don't love chickens, it's so cute. And it's a good, if you have the old chicken stamp sets from a few years back, that pairs up nicely with them. So anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed the infinity card, and I want to see you guys make some and share them with me. I would love to see your cards, and hopefully you don't create them upside down, or maybe you do. Maybe that's what you want to do. But anyways, I thank you guys so much for being here tonight, joining me on my live crafting demo. I hope you guys enjoyed as much as I did. I had a lot of fun. I always like crafting with you guys. And I will join you next, I will be here next Tuesday, and we will do this all over again. And maybe I can do another Hot Mess Tuesday. So, anyways, Deb. You guys are awesome. Thank you, guys. All right, guys. Well, have a good night, and I will see you guys next week. Enjoy the rest of your week. Bye.